Okay, we have two great speakers for this month. We have Jeff Scanlan and Bill Lindsay, who will be speaking this month, and I will pick for February, two speakers for next month. Tom Marasco and Tom Manhart. So, Jeff, if you want to start, I'll have you come up.
For those of you that were here last month, they pulled my name by default because they kept pulling cards out, and no one would volunteer or at least admit they were here. So I'm the lucky one to get to do this month, I guess. I joined the organization back in May or June, thanks to Joyce introduced me to the group. It's been a fun organization to belong to. Name is Jeff Scanlan. I live in Plattsmouth. My parish is the Church of the Holy Spirit. Father Loris Grell's our pastor down there. We just acquired an associate pastor from Ghana, Africa. Very interesting man. So I grew up in Plattsmouth, didn't fall too far from the tree. I've got a wife that I've been married to for 34 years. She's put up with me for that long. Got 5 kids, 5 daughters. I've got a priest friend of mine that says, always when he sees me, he says, "Scanlan, blessed are you among women." So you got three of them are out of school. I've got one in college and one that's still in high school, so they're all athletic. I spent a lot of time sitting in the bleachers, which is fun too. I work for the Koch company here in Omaha. Been there about 10 years. It's a full lines insurance agency. They do property, casualty, commercial side, personal lines, employee benefits, bonds, so it's pretty much a full gambit. I've been there about 10 years. It's kind of interesting how I ended up there. I had a kind of a long-standing relationship with the owner and the CEO, and I always had kind of an open invitation to join their group. And I'd worked for an organization, local organization, for almost 20 years that managed a couple of their small business units. And every year I'd send a check down to the mothership, and the owner of the mothership was pledging money and sending money to organizations that the Catholic organization would probably fight against. So it always kind of bothered me that I would be sending a check down there, and some of that discretionary cash was going to organizations that we as Catholics probably wouldn't like. And you kind of go through a discernment process of, gosh, is this the right place to be? And at the time, I was fortunate enough to attend Mass over at Christ the King at noon. And you're always asking, geez, give me a sign of what I should be doing. And one day there was a homily. I can't even remember what the reading was that day, but the homily was directed at me. And it's probably a story for another day, but it was just a baseball bat to the head, and occasionally a knee gut. But it said, it's time to make a change. And so you step out of a trench you've been walking in for 20 years and try something different. It's been a good move for me. So that's what took me to the Koch company. So if you have visions of discernment of where you should be, I think if you listen close enough, you'll hear the message. So it worked in my case. So anyway, that's who I am. Appreciate being part of the organization. Thanks.